Alright guys, we're going to get started a little early tonight. I think we're a couple minutes early. Let me find the live stream. Like I told you guys before, we keep everything really simple around here. So I'm not using like OBS or anything like that. So I have to actually find them on the live stream. So. Alright, we'll wait a few minutes to let everybody get in here. What's up? Steven in the house. Alright. Next gen car guys. I'm first. What's up? Alright, already some guys in the stream tonight. So I'm glad to see you all. We got a few things to talk about tonight. I'll go ahead and touch on it now. We'll talk about it a little bit more. But basically, I want to know, in your opinion, are Foxbody still relevant today? In today's world, with all these hypercars, supercars, everything else, I want to know what you guys think about it. And we'll just kind of go from there. We've got a little bit of fan mail we're going to open up, and a couple other things I want to talk about. I'm going to try my best not to miss too many comments tonight. Guys, it goes quick, so. Finders Keepers, car reviews, King Dappa. Alright.
From Chicago.
We got somebody from Chicago already?
Yeah.
Good deal. Throw a Cody in. Oh, also, let me know how the audio is. Guys, let me know if you can hear me and see me just fine. Alright, give me a thumbs up or something. A little quiet. Okay. I'll try to speak a little louder. We're outside. It's about the best place that I've got with lighting that we can kind of do this. So I'll speak a little louder. Audio is good. Okay. So already we got some comments. G-Funk Express. G-Funk is a good friend of mine. You guys go check G-Funk out on YouTube, by the way. He says they're completely still relevant. And that's the thing, I really want to get your guys' opinions on this because we got some really fast cars out here these days. I mean, let's just be honest. I mean, the new Camaros are fast, the Mustangs, all the Dodges, all this stuff. I mean, there's 6-cylinder cars out here now, family sedans that are making more power than what the Foxbodies had back when they came out. But at the same time, the Foxbodies can be modified. So, maybe you have a dilemma. Maybe you want a different car, a new car, something like that. Maybe you don't want to go out and spend all that money. So is a Foxbody a good purchase for you? We're going to talk about that tonight. Good evening, Mustang Mike. All right, let's see. Great channel. Thank you so much, Frankie. Demon Fox in the house. There again, just so you guys know, I love to give shout-outs. That's what I do. I like to pay it forward. So I'm going to always do that if given the chance. So by all means, go check out Demon Fox 5.0. Check him out. And like I said, if you've got, like a Mustang Foxbody channel, something like that, I don't mind you dropping it in the comments. No problem. Let's see.
We got a question.
What we got?
Do you mod a stock Survivor car?
Do I mod a stock Survivor car? That's a good question. And to be completely honest with you, other than like bolt-ons, I would say no. Maybe do like exhaust, wheels, lower it, like a short throw shifter. That's about all I would do to a true Survivor car. A good example of that is Ray's car. So the white car, the white GT, still got the cheese graters on it. One that has the blue stripe around it. That's a Survivor. So I would not really get into that car. There's not so many of them left. What, you got something else?
No.
All right, let's try to go through the comments tonight a little better. So we don't really do names around here. You guys come up with some doozies. So I don't like to mispronounce people's names and stuff. See, push rod for life. Yeah, I like my push rods. I'm gonna be honest with you. I saw somebody sit right here. Finders Keeper said can't beat technology. Now that's true. I'll be honest with you, man. You look at the 4-valve that come in the Terminators. I mean, those cars made obscene amounts of power back in the day for what they were. Now the 2-valve I wasn't too fond of. I mean, these cars make power, guys. I mean, they just do. This new stuff makes the power. But remember, our Foxbodies are a lot lighter, and it doesn't take that much. And you can still, you can drop a Windsor in one of these things, make 800 horsepower, no issue. but I do like my push rods. 93 Mustang Cobra, the best ever. I do agree, Gigi.
Dylan Morris said painted my first car today, thanks to you.
Really? So you said that was Dylan?
Yes.
All right, Dylan. What color did you paint it? Tell me a little bit about the car. Just something quick. What year? What color? Completely still relevant. Should I modify my 93 Cobra? Hold up, guys. Let me go back up here.
Black is a...
91 LX black. Good deal. Hey, if you're on Instagram, Dylan, tag me in it. I'd like to see the car. I'm sure everybody else would too. So tag me in that. I'd like to see that. That's what I'm talking about. Passion, motivation. You can do any damn thing you want to. You just got to get out there and do it, guys. Do your research though first. Don't just go out there and just assume you can paint. Do your research and get out there and get after it.
What are your thoughts on a 79 and 86 Capras?
Capri.
Okay, sorry.
You know what? I really like the Capris. I do. I'm not a fan of the interior, which that's just a four-eyed thing that I'm not. Just don't really like the four-eyed interior as much, but I do really like the Capris. They're underrated, and you know, honestly, I think they're going to go up in value here pretty soon. Foxbody 1989. What's up, brother? Good evening. Let's see.
Hey man, building my first car. It's a 1989 LX. Suggestions for power and other fun stuff.
You said an 89 LX, and he's asking for suggestions for power
And
stuff.
other fun stuff.
Gears are going to be the best bang for the buck. Exhaust, short throw shifter, stuff like that. Depends on your budget. Oh, all right. We got a super chat. Look at that. Thank you, Jake Jones. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, guys. We got a lot of stuff coming in, so we're just going to kind of have to go through this. Hello from Massachusetts. What is up? I don't know about everybody else. Hold on. Let's show you the truck real quick. I don't know about everyone else, but when I pull up to a gas station, I take all the attention, no matter what car there is there. You know, that's the God's honest truth. Guys, you pull up on a clean Foxbody, you don't even have to be clean. People recognize these cars. They love them. I mean, men, women, children, it doesn't matter. They are a respected car, you know, out there in the car community. So, yeah, I'm all for that. I completely agree. Can you talk about GT40 heads blowing out rings on pistons? So I don't know anything about that. That's a big boy 9350. Can I talk about GT40 heads blowing out rings on pistons? Guys, I don't really know anything about that. Let's see. I own a Maserati. Really? So
Thank you.
that's awesome. So you own a Maserati. I had two Foxbodies in high school and college. So I'm fixing up a convertible and an LX hatch 5-speed. That's pretty cool. Those Maseratis are really nice. I got a buddy of mine that's got one too. Between Sloppy Mechanics and Fairmonts. Sorry, guys. Foxbodies are still really one of the best chassis out there. I mean, they're used for all sorts of stuff. So I completely agree with you.
Hello from Texas, where foxes don't rust.
Yeah, well, yeah. Hey, luckily they don't really rust out too bad around here, unless of course you just let them sit for years and let the tires go flat. Remember, guys, we talked about that in a previous video. But when these cars sit for a while, make sure they're up off the ground. You know, make sure the tires don't go flat, because as the tires go flat, obviously the cars sit lower to the ground. You get moisture underneath it, and it will rot these cars out. So just remember that. We got a super chat. What is that? Who's that? Pony 1992? Yeah, what's up, brother? Pony, good to see you. Good to see you. And also check out Pony 1992. Super awesome guy. Super awesome. We met in Tennessee. I'm telling you, man, there's some really good guys in this community. You know, and that's no joke. I mean, willing to help you do anything in the world. Just awesome people. Give you tips, whatever else. From Central Valley, California. What's up, Notchback 52? So, car reviews by KJ. You inspired me to get another Foxbody. So, did you get one already? Is that what that is? Have you already picked one up? And if so, what is it? she's kind of like checking the current stuff. I'm kind of just going back through stuff. So
somebody said I have a Foxbody and no one respects me when I go to car shows.
where do you live? First off, because that's got a lot to do with it. We know what area you're in, and you know honestly how clean your car is. I mean, let's be honest, guys. You know, you can't show up to a car show with any clunker, junker, or whatever. You know, I mean, it's gonna have to be something decent. Most people respect them whenever they're, you know, tastefully modified, you know, clean stuff like that. You can't just show up with a Foxbody and automatically, you know, expect respect.
You ain't rigging, you ain't riding.
Who's that, Ray?
Ray.
I knew it. Ray and Finger.
Hey,
So,
Craig.
is Krager back on?
Yes. Short answer, no.
No, really? Krager's trying to be funny. Look, guys. So my son Krager, I'm trying to get him into cars. You guys tell him. I mean, this is cool. It's cool. He's super smart. I'm telling you, I'm so proud of him. But at the same time, you know, tell him. I mean, you can still be smart. You can be in the books. You can go to school. You can learn. You can make a lot of money and still enjoy a Foxbody. So, come on, Krager, get with the program.
Do it.
Let's see. With a Holly F and all the advancements of fuel technology is almost. Yeah, you know, and that's another thing. This Holly fuel injection and all this stuff really wakes these cars up. So, I mean, these push rod engines can become semi-smart by going to some of this new style fuel injection.
He said, no, I have a notchback. When he goes to car shows.
Oh, you have a notchback? Man, people love notches. I don't know what the deal is. Did he say where you live?
He did not.
So tell us where you live. I'm curious of that because typically Foxbodies get a little bit of respect at these shows and stuff. See, older guys from the 60s don't like them. Now, you got something. So GLF hit on a good point. Said that older guys don't really respect them, and like 60s and up. And to a point, I can kind of see that. These cars were very plasticky whenever they come out, so they were just completely different than the chrome bumpered classic cars that, you know, a lot of them grew up with, and that we still love and respect too. So they were very European, I guess, in their styling. So not everybody likes Foxbodies, that's for sure.
T-Web, wish I had a guy like Brutal locally.
T-Web is my boy. T, where are you located? Where are you out of? I can't remember.
Montreal. Quebec, Canada.
So Ryan Wicks. All right, guys. So while the secrecy with who you are and what you do, it's not. No, there are a lot of creeps out there. Okay, so I'm gonna be honest with you. We'll keep this short. The type job I do, I just prefer not to talk about it. It's nothing crazy. I'm not a cop and nothing like that. I don't like talking about it. I don't like getting into it. So, yeah. At some point one day maybe we'll talk about it, but not right now. And if I explained it to you guys and if you knew why, you would immediately understand. But it's just something I choose not to talk about.
Thank you, Cobra Life 04.
Cobra Life 04 with the super chat.
Yes.
All right, so love the channel. Yes, Foxbodies are still relevant. Coyote swap foxes are insane. Now get the Cobra out and wake up the neighbors. So thank you so much for that. You got a good point. And that's the thing, you know, if you like Foxbodies and you want more power, you know, you want to be up to date with stuff, you can't always drop a Coyote in it. You know, look, I don't do the Coyote swaps just because it's so expensive and there's a lot that goes into it. So, you know, I keep my channel very simple. We do the push rod stuff, but hey man, I'm all for a Coyote swap fox if it's done right, absolutely. And as far as Yellow Wolf goes, I was thinking about that today. I've got to go get that car from my mom's house. We're gonna get that thing out, play with it some, and I don't know, just see what it'll do. We'll probably put it up against the green car, which not really gonna be a race, but what I want to do is prove to people that you can have all the horsepower in the world, but if you don't have any traction and you know you don't know how to drive, it really doesn't make a big difference. That green car will probably gap that Cobra out there in the street, just so you know. Now, the yellow car will come back and get it, absolutely. But street tire for street tire, that yellow car or the green car is probably going to gap it.
He said
First,
he's from. Oh, sorry.
what do you say?
He said he's from Montreal.
Montreal.
Canada.
Okay, so that's weird. I thought the Canadians liked these cars. I thought that was like a big thing. So JB's Garage, thank you so much for that. Oh, oh, oh. Favorite YouTube channel, Daniel. I appreciate that. Thank you. Ever going to build a non-Mustang Foxbody on the channel? Or did I read that right? A non-Mustang. Oh, okay, I got you. Like a Fairmont or something. Probably not. To be honest with you, maybe possibly like a Thunderbird or something one day. Well, I don't know. We'll see. I actually had a Thunderbird or two before in the past. Let's see. Mustang Mike. I would love to see you build a Maverick. Now, there you go. I would love to build a what is it, a Grabber Maverick? I think's what it was. Man, I would love to build one of those. Those cars are cool to me. Now, I really like the Capri. You guys remember that? The Capri? So it was a Capri. I guess the fenders were molded into a coupe, and that thing looks sick. Love to do that. So he says he's in Montreal, and it's a heavy Fox scene. So that's probably why, to be completely honest with you. It's not that it doesn't get respect so much as they probably just see him so much. And around here is the same way, too. There's so many people that have Fox bodies around here, guys. When will we be boosting the Cobra clone? At some point, we're going to do it. Absolutely. You know, we talked about it before. We went from like a turbo to supercharger, and now we're kind of playing around with the idea of nitrous on the car. Now, nitrous would just be like a short-term thing. But at some point, we got to get this transmission stuff figured out, guys. That thing is still sitting in the garage on jack stands. We've got issues with the bell housing. So we've got to get that figured out. I've actually got a video that'll probably come out. What's today? Sunday? So I've got a video that'll probably come out Tuesday or Wednesday that'll explain a little more about what's going on with the Cobra clone. But we're having some issues with it. So that answers Notchback 52, any plans for a turbo. Where do you see the value of Fox bodies over the next decade? That's really hard to say. I don't think they're going to jump like in leaps and bounds or anything like that. But, you know, you can see a steady increase, I would imagine. So, and they're all over the place right now. You can go find a nice Fox body, you know, LX or something. You can still find them for $5-6 grand around here. Or you can go out and pay $12,000 for one. So, you know, I don't know. I feel like in the next 10 years, though, you're probably going to see about a $3,000 average increase on all these cars. Probably something like that. You guys chime in. Let me know what you think. It's just my opinion. Let's see. Turbo engines. So, LMR needs to sponsor me. So, LMR really doesn't sponsor people anymore. They got away from that. Occasionally, LMR help us out on some stuff. But they don't sponsor me or anything like that. But yeah, kind of wish they would, no doubt. You know, I love LMR. I've been using LMR for years. But now the code and everything is still there. So if you guys don't know, down below the video, there's always a link to LMR and what else? Amazon and all that stuff. Now the Amazon is an affiliate link. I've mentioned that before. You can click that, go order whatever it is you want, dog food if that's what you want, and I get a little percentage off that, so it helps the channel. Now, the LMR thing does not help me, really. What it does is just drives numbers through LMR. It's like a portal. So when you click that link, it shows them, hey, all of these people came from your channel, and they're purchasing stuff. So, I mean, that really helps. If they were to help us out on something, it does help with that. But it's just really cool to see that you guys are using those links, and it's just awesome. You know, I talk with Tyler every once in a while, and the numbers are really good, guys. So y'all are still clicking those links and still doing that. So I appreciate it. Are you done answering comments?
No, I probably didn't last one. It was full charge, but...
Oh, you're going to have to go get your mom's phone or something. She's going to have to go in there. Go get another phone so you can help me out with these. We're not going to be on late tonight, by the way. Got to get inside and, you know, help out with the kids. Let's see. What is my brand of shifter, I guess? So, Lance Foster. Right now, what I have is the B&M. I think it's a B&M shifter. I can't remember. But I like the old Profile shifters. I like the Hurst shifters, MGW. So whatever really on those. Stroker kit for the Cobra clone. Matthew asked, yeah, at some point we're probably going to do that. Build your old fastback next time, Michael Johnson asked. So I've talked with my dad about maybe trying to do something along those lines, because the Gray Ghost that's what we call the car. The 65 fastback. It really means a lot to me. Man, that was my first car. You know, I drove that car whenever I was 16 in high school. Ray and Finger, any of you guys that know me, you know, they know. I mean, we had some really good times with that car, and I really enjoyed it. And it's torn apart. It's in a million pieces right now, but you know, maybe at some point we can get it back together. Like I said, me and my dad have talked about it, and we'll see. We'll see what happens on that. He's got a lot of stuff on his plate right now. Let's see. So, oh man, really? So Freddy Krueger, you sold. Okay, well it was a replica, but still. So hold on, let me get back to this. Hold on, guys. So Freddy Krueger says that he sold a '93 Cobra. Was it a replica? Yeah. 2 years ago for $9,000. I mean, that's good money. There's no doubt. But this is the thing, right? If I don't care if it's an '89, an '88, whatever. If it's a clean '93 Cobra clone, those cars still go for good money if they've been done right. So $9 grand, that car must have been pretty clean, no doubt. Demon Fox says that he gave $2,300 for his Fox 16 years ago. So Demon, that's the Fox that you have right now, the red one that you're working on. Is that the one? So what's up with the retro Fox? Charlie asked. Nothing. It's hiding out. It's over at my mom's. You know, I only have a 2-car garage, so I don't really have a lot of space to keep all these cars. So they're just over there chilling out right now. Nothing wrong with the red car. It does need a clutch, but other than that, great car. You know, I took that car to Tennessee last year, or was it early this year? I took that car to Tennessee and had no issues at all. That car is great. I got to get back to driving it some, actually. So what's the difference between an alphabet cam and a split cam? So you're talking about a split lift, split duration, dual pattern, whatever you want to call it, cam. So as you all know, the alphabet cams are just, you know, straight up. So you have your B cam, your E cam, your F cam, a G cam. So that did exist and I think still does. X cam and Z cam. And then you have stuff like a trick flow. I'm not really a cam expert on that, but there's a reason for the split lift and duration and stuff. Somebody else can kind of chime in, but that's really like the difference between like an alphabet cam. Obviously, you just don't have that option. T-Web, have a great Christmas, you too. Man, I appreciate it. He says he enjoys the content. Man, T-Web's always on here, I tell you. He's been an OG from day one. I've got the B&M Ripper shifter. It's been nice. Nothing compared to the Pro 5.0. And exactly. I mean, the Pro 5.0 is a very notchy shifter, but it's a good shifter. When's the small shop happening? 03DSG asked. So, at some point, we're going to do a small shop. To be completely honest with you, I just don't know. I've not put a lot of thought into it. We talked about it earlier this year, and it's not going to be anything big. It'll be like a large 2-bay shop. We'll see. I need a shop for all the cars. Yeah, I do. I've got to come up with something. So Freddy Krueger says it was clean. I imagine, man, you got $9 grand for that car. I believe that. So Notchback 52, Merry Christmas. That's right. We don't say Happy Holidays around here. We say Merry Christmas. But if you do want to say Happy Holidays, that does kind of include, you know, New Year's and all that. So that's cool. What's the difference between I've already read that comment. It's for crappy exhaust flow. Let's see. Alright, let's see here. Heads cam intake on a stock 302 or a Vortec blower. Well, to be completely honest with you, I would go with a blower. You're not going to get that much power out of like heads cam intake. I mean, you will, but it's a lot of money. I would personally just go ahead and put a blower on the car and make your power that way. But that's me. That's my opinion. Okay, so Y2K Myth says, I have a budget. Should I use the money I set aside for an engine on a turbo or engine upgrades? And, you know, to be honest with you, I don't know on that. It really just depends. Depends on what you want to do. These turbo setup guys, now, they get expensive, and they are not the easiest thing to install. You know, a lot of times, heads, cam, intake, all the stuff's going to be easier to install than something like a turbo. So if you got the money and you're on a budget, just do little upgrades as you can. So, you know, throw a set of heads on the car, cam, upper lower intake, stuff like that. I do want to mention real quick, like, though, Yeah, I just saw a comment. We'll talk about that in a second. Um, I forgot what I was going to say. What was it? Oh, yeah, the injectors. So I do want to mention on these injectors, guys. Us Mustang guys were always really bad about over injectoring our cars. We always put too much injector in them. And if you guys don't know, go watch 50 Tussin. Check out his YouTube channel. He'll prove to you that 19-pound injectors will make a lot of power, guys. You don't really need all these huge injectors and stuff, obviously, unless you are boosting your car. So that's one thing that you can save money on. So my point in saying that is, if you wanted to do like heads, cam, stuff like that, you don't necessarily have to do injectors right now. You can save your money on that.
03 DSG is column.
Oh yeah, I knew that. I forgot.
Like
That's my boy.
Right there.
Yo, this is Cullen. Yeah, Cullen. So how's your car coming along? Cullen, there again, got a badass Terminator. Oh, so Cullen says that Yellow Wolf needs a reunion with the DSG car. He's got a DSG. It used to be Hunter's car, so I don't think I want any part of your car there, buddy. But we'll try it just for the hate of it, right? Let's see, Wolverine Blue Racer. Yeah, so that's the cam that Eric had in his car. And that was a good sounding little cam. So speaking of which, what did you guys think about that video? We're probably going to be doing more videos like that where we just kind of reminisce a little bit. We talk about some of these, old cars that I used to have. Like I told you, it's the downtime of the year, guys. I don't have a lot going on. Cars still sitting out there, kind of waiting on parts, waiting to figure out what we got to do. So, how do you guys feel about us doing more videos like that? I hate to do that. You guys know me good enough by now to know that I don't want to just walk around with a camera in my face and talk all day. I want to do stuff, but we can't always do that, so we're going to have to make do. Have a nice Christmas. Thank you so much. The Matheny Bros. Let's see. Gearhead Rush. Ooh. It's jumping on me. I'm missing comments here.
No, I'm back, so.
Let's see. What intake manifold do I recommend for a blown car? Guys, to be honest with you, whatever you want to put on it, it's really not going to matter a whole lot with a blown car. I say that, I mean, if you're just talking street boost, 5, 6, 7, 8 pounds, something like that, just put whatever intake you think looks the best on it, in my opinion. What? So, my 2K says, thanks, man, couldn't make a decision. Yeah, man, sometimes these decisions are tough to make. I'm still back and forth on the Calypso car as far as, like, what are we going to do with it? I toss around ideas all the time, and ultimately it just comes down to money. And so we'll see on that. Best head and intake combo. Man, that depends. That depends on budget. But I would say, like, a super budget build, obviously GT40 heads, GT40 Explorer upper and lower intake is great. I mean, you're going to make some decent power with that. Outside of that, I'm really digging these SVE heads, man. These things are cheap. They're making really good power, or seat of the pants power anyway. They seem to do really good, and I like a Cobra intake. I know they're not the best for horsepower, but the Holly Systemax intake is a really good intake. Okay, so how would I find out what gear rear end I have? Well, there's a couple different ways you can do it. You obviously can pull the cover off and look. If you have a tag on your car, you can look at that tag on your rear end and see. There's also a way you can turn the wheels and count the revolutions. The best thing to do is look that up and see exactly how to do that. But because I've actually never done it, to be honest with you. My Turbo Fox has 42-pound injectors. So yeah, 42-pound injectors obviously on the turbo car. That's about where you want to be. Torini's is here in Vineland, New York, or New Jersey. Let's see. Oh, get me around. So, any PFO meets coming up in 2020? So, I don't know, Cullen. We're gonna have to see on that, man. I don't have anything planned right now. Those meets are kind of hard to plan. Why didn't you paint your car the Cobra blue? Okay, so Freddy Krueger's asking why I didn't paint the Calypso clone the Cobra blue. Honestly, just because I didn't want to perpetrate. I wanted my car to stand out from everybody else's. And I always, on the teal cars, on the teal Cobras, I always liked that green shade that they got. I love that. So, what I'm saying is, in certain lights, the car would turn green, and certain lights would be blue. So I always liked the green shade. So I figured, hey, we'll go ahead and do it Calypso, be a little different, and plus I want it to be a tribute car. I didn't want it to be a clone per se. We call it that, but you know, I wanted, you know, people that are in the Mustang world to know immediately, like, okay, that's not a 93 Cobra. I can look at the color.
Michael Johnson said you should come to the Midwest Fox Fest next September.
Midwest Fox Fest. Never heard of that. Where's that at? Just, you didn't say?
You didn't say.
So where's the Midwest Fox Fest? Where's that at? Missouri, maybe somewhere. Is it normal? So I got a question from Shane Taubin, I guess it is. Is it normal for a 5.0 to run hot? My gauge says it's fine, but my engine is hot to the touch. I mean, guys, that's hard to say. I mean, your engine is going to be hot to the touch, no doubt. So it's really hard to say.
Omaha.
Okay, so yeah, that's probably not. That's a long ways away. Okay, let's see what we got here. New idle air control, TPS sensor, PCV valve, found a cracked hose and still have idle issues. Any suggestions? I do have a header leak. So a header leak obviously won't cause any idle issues. It shouldn't anyway unless it's a really, really bad one. So Shadows Faded has this question. So you've replaced the idle air control valve, the TPS, and the PCV valve, and you found a cracked hose. So I assume you fixed it and you're still having idle issues. So Shadows, have you checked out my base idle reset video? I think it's, what was that? Clean Slate was the name of the video. Check that out. Timing has a lot to do with it. So trust me on this, especially an older engine that's worn. About 12 degrees of timing is about all you can get away with on some of the worn out engines. So check your timing, bump it down a little bit, do a base idle reset, and then kind of go from there.
Katie, does a cold air intake make a difference on a stock car?
No. Cold air intakes are just almost trash. I mean, no. And there's an argument for them, but the biggest restriction you're going to run into with our cars, the mass air cars, is going to be the mass air meter itself. I mean, if you look through there, the hole's only that big. So really, what goes on in front of it's not really going to matter.
Hi, Brittle from Central Florida, Mustang Life.
Central Florida. Where at? You somewhere around Spring Hill, Florida, Orlando area? How do you like the SVE head? So, Joe, we just talked about that earlier. I really like these SVE heads. Don't know what kind of power they're making yet, but seat of the pants feel really good, and that's no lie. I'm really liking these. Yeah, Shadows, check that out. Like I said, that video is Clean Slate. Check it out. And I always get asked in that, when did I put the connector back in for my distributor? And I did that. I cut it out of the video. So on that Clean Slate video, I actually accidentally cut that out. But once you set your timing, just put your little your sensor back in. What am I thinking of? What do we call it? Sensor, the plug for your distributor. Spout connector. There we go. I knew I'd get him in there.
He's from Lakeland, Florida.
Lakeland, Florida. I've got a family around Lakeland, actually. We were just down there not too long ago. Is there a Fox event that you must go to in 2020? And if so, which is it? So Cullen's asking 03 DSG if there's a must-go-to Fox event for me. And yeah, that's going to be a Ford Takeover. I'm really going to try to go support, Caleb, Foxcast Media on his stuff that he's got going on. So that's probably going to be the one that I'm going to be able to make it to. So that's my must-go. Oh, what kind of jam can you expect out of the newer 11R heads? Man, those heads are good heads. Now, I don't honestly know a lot about it, but I'm just going off what everybody has told me. And, I mean, they love those heads. So those 11R heads are awesome. Probably no comparison to the heads that I got. I hated the SVO heads. It always broke springs. Really? Well, that would just be that the heads are set up wrong or something like that. It shouldn't be breaking springs. So, might have had some coil bind there or something.
How would heads break springs?
Yeah, that's what we were talking about. Coil bind, something like that, improperly set up. Yeah, man, anytime. Winter Haven, yeah, I'm familiar with that. Small world, absolutely. Trick flow twisted wedge heads. You know, Marcus, trick flow twisted wedge heads, man, are still great heads. Absolutely. Merry Christmas from Dallas, Texas. I appreciate that.
Do you consider the
Over
SN
revving will absolutely, yeah, break them. So, what?
Do you consider the SN and new edges for fox bodies? I know not in mainstream.
You're going to have to speak up because I'm going to have to repeat everything you say.
Do you consider the SN and new edges fox bodies? I know not in mainstream.
You know, not really. You know, I cut it off at 93 as far as like considering the Mustang a fox body. Like I said, about 93 is my cutoff on that. But I mean, they are essentially still fox bodies, yeah, all the way to 04. Miami in the house, California in the house. You guys are just all over the place. Let's see, 5.0 or Stang 5.0 Mustang has ticking after sitting for a while and idling. Is all up and down. So you're saying that your Mustang has that it's ticking after it's, you know, sat for a while. Now that could be from a lifter leaking down, which is very common in these cars. So that might be what that is. And as far as the idle all up and down, yeah, just go check out that clean slate video. Do yourself a base idle reset. That'll cover your timing and everything else. So go check that out.
We got some Georgia, some Pittsburgh, and some Chicago.
Got people from all. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Springfield. Let's see. Can I swap a 140-mile-an-hour cluster in my 88? Yes, you can. Any plans for a new shop? Yeah, we talked about that earlier, Jay. Maybe sometime next year. We'll see how it goes. You know, I like to say that we're going to have a shop sitting out there right behind you, but is it going to happen? You know, I don't know. We'll see.
India in the house.
Really?
India.
That's what's up.
Nice.
Or was that Indiana?
Indiana, my bad.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
just check it. How do I feel about ported E7 heads versus GT40s? The money you're going to spend to port a set of E7 heads, you might as well just go ahead and buy a set of GT40s, to be completely honest with you. But a good set of E7 heads, ported, like fully ported and polished, are nasty. Thumper Performance used to do a set of E7 heads that you could pick up that were really good. Pull out the Fox and dump the clutch at 4K. Hey, we're going to do that with the green one, I can promise you. Hunter is a damn fool, by the way. Louisiana in the house.
Do you have any plans to ceramic coat these cars?
So she asked about ceramic coating. Who asked that?
That would be Mustang Lab 302.
Mustang Lab 302 asking about ceramic coating. I've played around with it some. I'm not really into it, to be completely honest with you. As long as you keep a good wax in your car. I use the Wizards. I think it's Show and Shine, or something like that. As long as you keep that on there, you know, it's just fine. But man, you can mess up on that ceramic coating, so you got to be real careful. Some more Georgia people in the house.
St. Louis.
So Charlie, you're a half mile from LMR? Dang, must be nice, man. Yeah, where are all the Canadians at? Where did the nickname Brutal come from? So, Demon GT91. So that come from back when I had my, Lord, what was that? When I had my 03 Cobra. I wanted to put a personalized tag on it, and the car was, you know, it was pretty nasty at the time, so I wanted to put Brutal on the tag. Well, it was taken, so I had to come up with something else, and it was just another way of saying it, another way of writing it out, so that's where that comes from.
Merry Christmas from Chicago.
Merry Christmas. Let's see, Brutal. Oh, man, these things are going quick. I got in trouble by local law enforcement driving my 92 Mustang Coupe. Hey, don't we all, man, I tell you. Let's see. $5,000. That cost you $5,000. What type of trouble did you get into? Grind Mode TV. That's some serious stuff you got into. Tifton is a great place. Yeah, so I'm very familiar with Tifton. If you guys don't know, I'm originally from Georgia. From a small town, Blakely, Georgia. That's where I'm from. So if any of you guys know where Blakely, Georgia is, that's where I originated. Anything else? And yeah,
Talk about cops.
yeah. So, guys, I've seen a lot of SGMP stuff in the streaming. Guys, that's a serious track. Serious track. We raced bikes there. Well, I didn't. A bunch of my friends raced bikes there. Cars there. I mean, that's an awesome track. That's where it's at.
Anyone here remember when 400 horsepower cars were the talk of your town?
Man, 400 horsepower. That was stuff. Blakely. Yep, that's it. Blakely, Georgia, man. I seen finally Tussin took his spacer off behind the throttle body and use it to put. Hold on, let me read this real quick. Okay. So you're asking about taking the EGR spacer off of your Foxbody, and you want to know how to connect your throttle cable to it. They make a little bracket. It's not a bracket. It's just a little plate, and it just slides in between your throttle body and the intake, and then you can bolt your throttle cable up to it. So that's what you can do instead. They make these little plates that just slide in there. They're really thin. So my car actually doesn't have. Yeah, it does. I left the EGR spacer on it. So, Morbid Fox, it's going great, buddy. What part of Alabama are you living? I give you the general area. We're around the Dothan area. So, we're about 90 miles north of Panama City Beach. Yeah, man, you finally caught the live stream. Absolutely. Glad to have you, by the way. Hold up. I saw a T56 question. Will you ever try a T56 in your Fox? No. I mean, have you seen the prices on those things? God, I've got one in my yellow car, and that's probably the last one I'll own unless I buy something with it already in. Those things are expensive. And there again, guys, don't be sleeping on these T5s. You drive them right, they're gonna last. Not as strong as the T56, obviously, but I mean they'll hold up.
You ever gonna do some racing down in Mexico for the channel? Man,
look, guys, I'm gonna be straight up with you. We love. Well, screw it. We love street racing. We do. We've done a lot of it. I'm just going to be honest with you. It is what it is. We love to do some street racing. But, let's also be honest. I've got kids. I've got a family. I've got a career that I can't, throw away. Will we go out and do some? Absolutely. We'll do it. It's just going to have to be very calculated when we do it. I really just had to chill out on all that stuff, man. But I miss it. Oh, man, I miss it. It's in my blood. Benny, where's my tootie bug? Benny, should I blast him? I think, yeah, we're going to go ahead and do it. So Andrew should have been here tonight. So because Andrew, you're not on the live stream again, Andrew's nickname is Tootie Bug. There you go. Have fun with that, guys. Thank you, Benny. Who said he's here?
I said instead I'm here.
Oh, yeah, she's here. I really like the live stream. So Ragtop 5.0, I like the live stream too. Everything goes so quick, it's really hard to keep up with. And plus, I like to elaborate. I just go on and on and don't stop talking, so I miss a lot of stuff. Stream racing kills people. Street racing kills people, I suppose. Yeah, it does, but so does smoking cigarettes and driving your car to the grocery store. I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, I agree with you. Got to be careful out there. Are you attending any shows in 2020? So we talked about that earlier, yeah. Ford Takeover, Foxcast Media, we're going to try to do that.
If you order takeout, what are the chances Andrew shows up?
Oh, if I order takeout, I can bet you Andrew's going to be here without a doubt. Thank you, Freddie. I appreciate that. Man, I try to help when I can, no doubt. Can't help everybody, but I don't probably know enough to help a lot of people. Let's go back up and scroll back to the top, kind of just go through, make sure we didn't, skip anybody. We're 43 minutes in. We're probably going to go about another 10 minutes, guys. We're going to wrap it up. But while she's doing that, I want to open up something right here. I can hear Camely in there already. She's getting fussy, so I'm gonna definitely have to go help out. From R. Langdon. I know what this is. think. It's like Christmas, guys. Christmas came early. Okay, so there's a note in here. So let me look at the note real quick, make sure there's nothing too personal. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's see what it is first. Oh, look at that. So a Tremec Borg Warner T5 rebuild video DVD. So I do appreciate that. I remember us talking about it, and man, I've been on a kick lately. You know, watching all these videos. I'm loving it. So that'll be awesome. I'm definitely gonna check that out. So is there anything else? Let's address another question before I read this.
Okay, you have a 1,000 to drop at once. What is your next move?
So you're saying I have $1,000 to drop at once. What's my next move? Man, you know, I was thinking about that on the way home tonight. I don't know, guys. I've kind of gotten back into doing some RC car stuff lately, so I bought myself a new RC car. And this is the first time I didn't put all of my money into the car. So I got to thinking tonight, I was like, you know, got to get back on this. We got to get some money put back in the car. But to be honest with you, the green car really doesn't need a whole lot right now. We got to get this bell housing situated and a couple other things. But probably like the next $1,000 is going to be, for my car anyway, is going to be finishing up the interior, probably just updating the exhaust a little bit. You guys probably know better than me what I need.
I don't know if you've already read this, but Colin said his Hunter's Fox going to get videos.
Yeah, so Hunter Johnson, you know, friend of mine, like I told you guys in the last stream, got a notch and he's doing an LS in it. So I know that, like I said, I know that pisses a lot of people off, but it is what it is, and it's Fox content, so we're definitely going to go there and cover it. And man, look, Hunter's a perfectionist, so this thing's going to be right. It's going to be nice. So we're going to get over there and get some video, maybe tomorrow, actually. Maybe I'll just sneak over there and surprise him, because he don't watch my damn live streams, so he's not going to know. So we'll probably sneak over there tomorrow and surprise him. So real quick, like, I thought you may find this video from Bob Hanlon useful, but probably too late. No, actually it's not. I've not done a whole lot with the transmission, so this video will definitely be helpful. He said he used it to rebuild the Tremec 3550, and he said he'd never opened up a transmission before, so that's awesome. So Randy, I do appreciate this. Thank you so much, aka Ragtop 5.0 on YouTube. So go check out Ragtop 5.0 on YouTube. See what's going on over there. Thank you so much, Randy.
Colin said Hunter's a dang fool.
Hunter's a fool. I'm going to tell you straight up. That dude is off the chain. But Cullen's off the chain too. You guys got to meet Cullen. Cullen, you got to get on one of these live streams, man. I'm telling you. Cullen is a trip.
And then Freddie said, dang, Andrew.
Let's see. Let's try to help some people. We got a few more minutes.
Someone needs AOD advice.
I'm not the guy for that. Will you do more of a drag type build? I want to do more of a drag type build for sure, which that's probably what's going to end up happening with the Calypso car. I say that. Now there's different levels to it. So, but we're going to probably put a set of fatties and skinnies on the car. Probably do some suspension work. It'll evolve over time. We're not going to do anything like right now with it. But yeah, we're going to never get to the track, guys. So Salty Stang says he's a big fan of the old school Brodix heads. Yeah, those heads were something serious, especially back in the day, man. But
he is the Foxbody Chumley, Andrew.
Andrew's the Foxbody Chumley. Andrew's a punk. Let's see.
Andrew is the new Fox Chumley.
The birds still suck. Oh Lord. So man, there's a lot of hate for the Foxbody convertibles. I'm not gonna lie. Like it's not just me, and I don't hate on them. They're just not my thing. But there's a lot of people that don't like Foxbody convertibles, and man, they're growing on me. You know, there's certain ones that I absolutely love, and I would definitely own, no doubt. But will I ever go buy one? I don't know. Probably not. If you get rid of the 93 Cobra wheels, I need them. Well, I have the original Gator backs. So, I'm going to keep... Alright, so real quick, like, let's touch on that. So you brought up something that kind of triggered me real quick. I get asked all the time, you know, will I get rid of parts, this and that. Guys, I have to keep these parts because I have a channel to run and you never know when you're going to need this stuff. So I have all my stuff either in a shed out back or tucked up in the attic or stashed away somewhere in a corner. But I have to keep the stuff that way if we run across the build, I'm not having to go out and beg for parts and buy all this stuff. So there's a lot of extra stuff that I do have. Now, there are some things that I might sell, but for the most part, we're going to hold on to it. Plus, you got to remember, everybody I know, all of my friends have freaking Foxbodies, it seems like. I mean, guys, there's probably 20 Foxbodies right around here in a 10-mile area radius. And, you know, everybody's always needing something. So I try to keep it local, you know, if we do get rid of something.
What are the main causes of a surging idle?
Main causes of a surging idle, most of the time I find that it's timing's too high or it just needs a base idle reset. Bad EGR, stuff like that. A bunch of different things. A base idle reset will fix a lot of stuff. Guys, don't be sleeping on the base idle resets, man. It works. It really, really works. So if you're having any idle issues, please go check out my video, Clean Slate, and it should help you out. It won't fix everything, but it will help some.
Somebody said, two.
Yes. So what if I, hold on, I'm missing some stuff here. You seem to like the hatch more than the coops. Okay, so Shane's asking, you know, well, he's making a statement. You seem to like the hatches more than the coops. Any reason why you don't like the trunks as much? So let's go back in time. Let's go back to the 80s. What was the car to have back in the 80s, guys? Let's be honest. Out of the coupes. Now, granted, there were some guys that already knew the coupes were a little lighter, a little faster, but most of the time your GTs were your more premium cars, the cars that everybody wanted. You got to remember, coupes were late to the party with a nice interior. So GTs were top of the line. That's what's always been in my head. That's what we had was GTs. God, man, from way back, my mom and dad always had, you know, GTs. The trunk cars just never did it for me. Do I like them now? Absolutely. But I don't know, man. I look back and I see a GT. That's what I like. That's kind of my thing. But would I own a coupe? Absolutely. Now I have owned a coupe before. I had a white coupe. I'll show you guys a picture of that in one of the videos coming up. But
what's the plans for Trumley's notchback?
So Andrew's gonna get the E-Cam. We're gonna do a upper and lower intake on it. I don't know, probably like gears or something like that, and then he wants to put a supercharger on it. So that's his plan. But right now, remember, guys, he just bought a house, so he's pretty busy with that.
Andrew equals his stomach is the bottom.
Yeah, exactly. Now I will tell you guys this. I'm not gonna tell you what it is. Andrew's got some stuff in the works. If it works out, oh boy, just wait, guys. We got something coming up. If Andrew does what he says he's gonna do, which we should know here in the next couple days, you guys are gonna flip out. You're gonna love it. Keep AOD in the Arctic Fox. Andrew's not having that AOD life. He's not digging it, man. He's probably gonna go to a 5-speed. So let me ask you guys. So since you asked me the question, why notchbacks? What do you like about them? What's your reasoning behind the love for notchbacks? Like I said, I mean, they can be, you know, made nice, no doubt, but I just prefer the GTs myself. But I'd like to know. Yeah, I hoard parts too, so I completely agree. I mean,
somebody said, you know, there's a song called "Don't Mess with My Toot Toot."
Don't mess with my toot toot. That's right. So Brian's basically saying it's super light and fast. Yeah, but man, I watched GTs beat up on coupes back in. It just comes down to the driver. To be honest with you, there's not that much of a difference. But yeah, I mean, I can see that angle. But besides that, body style wise, do you prefer the looks of the body style? Fox will always be cool. Stereo sound better in a hatch. See, good point.
Would you ever cage the clips up on?
No, I'm not big on cages and stuff. Lighter means mean, or lighter, faster, meaner. I agree, but so Jay Abernathy. So you're saying that, is that true? So how much? What is the weight difference between a GT and a coupe? Say only 300 pounds. 300 pounds is actually a lot. So I didn't realize it was that much of a difference. Not really good. If I was in the latest cars and the difference wasn't that much. See, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking the same thing. That it wasn't that much of a difference.
Does the spare tire sub box rattle things more than a regular sub box?
So 200, 250 pounds. So not that much of a difference. So the question was, does my sub box that I built, that I put in the hatch, does it rattle everything like worse than a normal? No, it doesn't actually. Well, I need to do a follow-up video on that. If you guys would like to see that, we'll do a follow-up video on the fiberglass sub box that I built for the Cobra that we ended up using in the Foxbody. So we'll cover that and see what you guys think about it. But I mean, the box sounds really good. You have to put a shallow mount speaker in it. It's got a Scar shallow mount in it. Verts are a lot heavier. Doesn't make any sense though, right? Verts are cloth. I actually did an old video on that. That's yeah. So Frankenstein says that he would like to see the speaker. So we'll do that. We'll cover that. Notches are stronger. Okay, I'll definitely give you that. So you got a point there. So the notch backs are definitely a stronger car, a more solid platform. So they're just sexier. Well, virtual pigs. You guys are on it. Anything but a convertible. You see, Rango says he saw a 4-hour Fox the other day like it was painted with a paintbrush. Yeah, man, I've seen some stuff like that. I tell you what, though, I have seen some guys take paint rollers, and you've probably seen it too. Take paint rollers, paint their car with it, with Rust-Oleum and wet sand and buff it out, and that shit looks pretty good.
Radio for what? Listen to the engine.
Dude, you know, and that's something funny with the radio in that car. With the bass, the frequency is so close to one another. The sound is so close. Whenever you're listening to anything with bass, you can't hear the car. It completely it cancels the car out, and you can't hear it. So, man, I'll chuck that thing off a lot of times when I got bass going in it.
Do you plan on going to Mustang Week?
Mustang, possibly. So Mustang Week may be a possibility. Don't hate on the verts. Yeah. Hey, there's nothing wrong with a nice clean vert. I'm just not a huge fan. So 89 GT 5.0 won best Fox at the latest Good Guys show. That's awesome.
Tipton, Georgia was the Mustang capital of the world.
Georgia, period, was Mustang capital. You guys are just going off in here. Still waiting on my monster tack install. So yes, guys, we're gonna definitely put a monster tack in the Calypso clone. I mean, it's no big deal. We're just gonna screw it into the dash. So I feel like that's the best place to do it, and we're gonna get that done here pretty soon. It's just a dash, right? Who cares? So I'll show you guys how to do that.
Marcus said verts remind me of Ice Ice Baby.
You guys know I'm not gonna do that. We're not doing that. Am I going to Foxtoberfest? No, I won't be able to make it. And convert, man. So Andrew asked, not my Andrew, will you be using a micro squirt when you add boost? Absolutely, that's the plan. We're going to use a micro squirt. We're going to use that before we even add boost. Really good. So we're going to be using the auto tune function and all that stuff.
Demon GT91 said, y'all going to hurt Gearhead so much.
Yeah, you know, I always forget about Gearhead. Every time we go on a rant about convertibles, I forget about Gearhead. And Gearhead's car is freaking super clean. So if you guys haven't checked him out, go check out Gearhead 704. And his car is super clean. But you always forget about his car. And also, I'm going to touch on one other thing. So I always leave verts out. Like when somebody asks me about Fox bodies, when they talk about different body styles, I leave the convertibles out. Because I don't view convertibles as a body style. I view it as an option. So you think about that for a second. You got convertible GTs essentially, right? Convertible LXs. So it's already what it is. It's its own body style.
Turbo supercharger.
No micro squirt. Use the new Holly. Man, I don't know, man. I'm liking that micro squirt, but we'll see. We'll see. So I'll be using a micro squirt because I don't need the mega. I don't need the extra, stuff that you can run off of it. So okay, so Knoxback just asked that question. What's the difference between the micro squirt and the mega squirt? Not a lot, really. They'll both essentially do the same thing. Well, I say that now. The mega squirt will do a lot more. It'll run fans. It'll run crap, all sorts of stuff. I don't know. You guys can comment down below that know more about it. I forgot what all the micro or the mega squirt can do.
How much does Holly cost?
Holly's pretty expensive, I think, but I'm not sure. I don't know the price on that. Yeah, just more inputs and outputs, basically.
What do you know? What do you think about drift fox bodies?
So the Rango, yeah, man. I mean, I think mounting a CD would be a really, really good touch. So absolutely, man. If you get a chance, definitely mount you a CB and a big old whip coming off the back of the car too while you're at it. What do you think about drift fox bodies? Man, look, I'm going to be completely honest with you here. I don't care on stuff like that. Like, it doesn't bother me. I'm not going to get butt hurt if somebody turns one of these cars into a drift car or whatever they want to do. So that stuff's pretty cool. So I'm not too big on the cambered out stuff. So the camber gang stuff is not really my thing. But yeah, drift cars, definitely. $1,200 for the Holly stuff. Yeah, stuff's expensive. Micro does batch fire injection. Do you like the Ford Bronco? So, Tricky Nicky, if you're asking about the new Ford Bronco, oh man, that thing's sick. Really, any of them. I'm not a big fan of the Bronco 2. I never really kind of got into that, but I do like the older Broncos and all the older Broncos except for Bronco 2, and definitely the new Bronco.
Andrew.
All right, so tell me, guys. I keep seeing this, so everybody keeps saying Holly. So explain to me why the Holly is better than the micro squirt or the mega squirt. Use a pro. Am I going to put nitrous on the Calypso clone? Who is this fool asking me this question?
Andrew.
Oh, that's Andrew. Oh, you know it.
It's Tootie.
It's Tootie Bug. So yes, Tootie, we are absolutely going to put nitrous on it. You know this.
You're right, Justin. Andrew is watching.
All right. Andrew's on, guys. You got to get him. Andrew, bring your butt over here. Why don't you do that?
Yeah, Andrew.
Batches bank fire, so it's not sequential. So I don't know a lot about that, guys. Okay, Holly is brand new, latest CPU. To install and start self-configuring. All right. So I'll definitely look into the Holly stuff. Getting after his ass. I like it. So what size shot? We're gonna do a 100 shot to start with, and we'll just kind of go from there. We'll probably end up with a 175 shot or something like that. We may even hit it with a 200. It's okay. If it goes, it goes. I mean, it's all stock, so we'll see what it'll hold. What kind of NO2? Oh, here I go. What kind of nitrous kit? I'm getting tired, guys. We got to get off too. So whatever. On a small shot like that, I could care less on it. It really doesn't matter. And I have my thoughts on these really expensive nitrous kits and stuff. These Steve Johnson kits, and they're great kits. And when you're up there in the big horsepower, yeah, you're gonna have to use a really nice kit. But for what I'm doing, man, one of these NOS kits or anything will work for what I'm trying to do.
Andrew should be able to run that far since he lives right down the road.
He does. I can actually see his house from right here. Andrew, flip your light on and off now.
I bet Andrew's.
I actually probably could see it. Have you looked into the Pimp X stuff? Yeah, a little bit, but I don't know on that. I don't know if we're gonna do that.
It wouldn't be a surprise to me if Andrew is eating though.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. We're gonna do a wet kit if we do it.
Andrew can eat, but he can't hide.
See, Andrew's always eating. I'm telling you guys, y'all just don't know. I'm using a Mega Squirt on my 93. So have I ever thought about a big block car? I thought about it, absolutely. We've had a couple 460s laying around, and think we actually have a 429. It would have to be completely gone through, but possibly. Have you ever considered your own custom mod for market? So Jay's asking if I've ever considered my own custom mod for market. So I assume that means like something that I come up with and try to sell. To be honest with you, no, not really. I can't think of anything. I mean, they've pretty much got everything out there that I would ever need. I do need to do a 351 Windsor swap, absolutely, and we've got some. That's the thing about it. We almost did that with this car, but like I told you, we wanted to get this thing up and running pretty quick, so that's why we went the way we did, which is fine.
Do you see another price increase or do you see another price increase in the future cars?
Yeah, we talked about that earlier. Yeah, in the next 10 years, you can probably see a $3,000-$4,000 average price increase, on these cars. But I don't think it's anything crazy.
Hello from Southern Maryland.
Southern Maryland, 351 swap. Yeah, I know, guys. I mean, y'all are on me about this. I really would like to do a 351 swap, but it's going to cost money. It's going to take time, and I don't see. I have the yellow card. That's the thing that I always kind of fall back on. I know we don't talk about it a lot, and some of you people have probably never even seen my yellow car, but that car makes the power. That's the car that I get in whenever I really want to go bang gears and go fast. So I don't know. The 302 is fine for what I'm going to be doing around town and stuff like that. So we'll see. A 393 stroker will be awesome. What about a cleaver? Yeah, I mean, Morpheus is saying sell Yellow Wolf, but I don't know, man. I was thinking about it. I need to get back in that car. I just need to get out there and drive it and enjoy it for what it is. It's a beast, and I need to get out there and enjoy the car. Yeah. All right, guys. We're gonna go ahead and wrap this up. I do want to mention. I want to ask you guys right here. You want to do some more of this Auto Trader stuff? Some of these old Auto Traders. So this is from 04. We can go back further than that, but I think 04 would be like a good starting point. So if you want to kind of sit down and maybe we do it on a live stream or something, I don't know. But we'll go through some of these old magazines if you'd like. Talk about the prices of these cars, popular wheels and what people were doing back in the day. Guys, and there again, I'm so sorry that it's very hard to read all these comments. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up. But let me know, seriously, I'll come back and read through this. Let me know if you guys would like to see the Auto Trader read through again. We'll do that, and whatever else comes up.
Andrew said never sell Yellow Wolf.
Yeah, Andrew's not gonna let me sell Yellow Wolf. If I sell it, he's gonna end up buying it. I can go ahead and tell you now.
Andrew, why don't you bring your butt over here?
Yeah. All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up. All right, you gonna do it? You gonna do it? You gonna close it out?
Okay.
Come on, reach over here and close it out.
What do I do?
Just close it out. You gotta come up like this. We're gonna let her do it.
And as always, thanks for watching.
Boom!